Hey, how's it going? Jeff Glaza here. I'm started my YouTube channel a little while ago and finally got it up and going a little more. I got one video on there. I'm gonna make another one right now. So give an update on how things have been going. I've been 372 days on carnivore, and things always haven't been perfect, and for the most part everything was going really good for about 10 months. Building muscle, losing fat, getting healthy. Then the last couple months something happened to my digestion, and I had to figure out some stuff what was going on, because I would eat and then an hour later, it just right here under my left rib, I had pressure, and it was hurting, and I was bloated, and it just wasn't, things weren't digesting and they weren't moving, and I just had to do some things with mainly taking HCl and digestive enzymes. I've been taking some teas that help with detoxing and helping with also different things like that, digestion and stuff, which I've had these before, so I knew it wasn't carnivore per se, because I've had issues before, even before this, so on my other diet. Anyway, something I've been starting to do is eat more eggs raw. I was doing raw egg yolks, and then yesterday I'm gonna try the whole egg, and because in the past I've tried it, it didn't help, or it didn't taste good, I mean. So let's see how that goes. I got 6 eggs in this glass right here, and I'm gonna try. These are all our own eggs that we have, our own free-range chickens, and run around. So you get different colored yolks and stuff. They're nice and dark. And I don't know, I'm surprised at how decent it tastes. It really doesn't have any flavor. You could put even put a little Redmond's real salt in there. That was more than I wanted. Stir it up. Most of it's a mind thing with a lot of this stuff. Like, I started eating sardines, canned salmon, canned oysters. Got to look at the ingredients though. I just make sure it's got just water and salt, nothing else. And even the inexpensive brand from Walmart actually seemed higher quality than the Kroger's canned stuff that I was getting. I also do some shrimp now and then. Try not to do it too much. And you want to make sure that little mud line is out of the shrimp. That little black mud line is supposed to have strychnine in it. Let's see what else we got to talk about. Anyway. It's a little better with salt in it. I mean, it wasn't bad to begin with. Like I say, it's just a mind thing. If you close your eyes when you eat most of this stuff, you don't even know it. Think about when you eat soup, and it's got all kinds of vegetables and noodles and meat and all kinds of stuff in it. You don't think about what each texture is. You just take a spoonful and you eat it, and if it's chunky, you chew it. If it's a piece of meat, you chew it, and you swallow it. It's the same with this stuff. You just got to get over it with your mind. And really, if I have always loved runny egg yolks, like over easy or sunny side up eggs, and then I usually, when I ate bread before, I would dunk the bread in there, or I would, the bacon or the steak or whatever, I'd dunk it in the yolks, and it was great, awesome. And so when I started thinking about doing egg yolks raw, at first I was like, oh, it's not going to taste good, because I tried them years ago, but again, that was a mind thing. Or they were store-bought eggs and they weren't good. Maybe that could be why too. But anyway, I took the raw egg yolks and I was like, wow, these are really good. And I was like, why wouldn't they be the same as what, you know, they're just not warmed. Like when you do an over easy, the egg yolk gets a little warmed up. Well, these were sitting out here room temperature, so I mean, they're good. I can just drink them down like I'm drinking a glass of water or something. And then when I was doing the egg yolks, you crack the shell in half, and then I was separating the whites out in another jar, and I was saving that and cooking it up for my dog. Which you can see I did another video on here about making some dog and cat food. And even since that video, I've changed a few things. Like the big pot that I used was a painted enamel. I don't use that anymore because it was getting old and getting chipped and stuff like that, and I wanted something more quality, so I got a nice big 24 quart, basically 6-gallon stainless steel pot, and I put it on my wood stove and I boil bones down and make my own bone broth. Anyway, I'm just kind of talking here, rambling a little bit, going over things, kind of updating things, where I've been. The digestion is getting a lot better now, so like after I eat these, I'm going to get in fact, I want to grab them right now. So these are some of the supplements that I started taking that's really helped a lot. Was this one here, and hopefully that gets turned around so you can read it. It's betaine HCl, looks like an I, but it's L, plus pepsin. This was one here that's keto friendly, enzymatic, lipogold fat digestion, and some ox bile. It just seemed like my liver wasn't producing enough bile, and then I learned from watching a lot of videos, and Coach Raymond and Judy, Nutrition with Judy, and Steak and Butter Gal. I'm probably going to join that group and just try to learn what I can from them, because I learned how important nutrition is. And now that I'm getting back on track, I'm starting to feel strong again, where before I was starting to feel a little weak, even though I was eating meat and fat. It just wasn't getting digested, and I wasn't getting the nutrients. And I'm starting to feel good now. Like I can tell when I'm stretching and working out, and I want to do more again. So I'm pretty happy it's finally coming back around again. And I think, like after I drink these eggs, I'm gonna take probably take one of each of these that I just showed you. And then if I start feeling that, which last night after I ate supper and then took some of them, later on before bed, I was starting to feel a little funny down there, gurgly and stuff. So then I took another enzyme one that I have. I could show you that one too. This was another one I got. Super enzymes, and that basically has all the same things in it that these other ones had, except it's all in one. And I got that at the health food store. And some of these other ones I got on Amazon. So let's see what's all in there, maybe. I don't know. Might not focus on there. This really tastes good, and it leaves a good taste in your mouth too, especially with just that little bit of salt. When you come up to the yolk, you gotta kind of suck it in. probably gross some people out because it's all a mind thing. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of good protein, fat. I'll probably eat a couple pieces of butter with it afterwards, and then I'll take my betaine HCl. I want to say I because it looks like an I. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me why does it say HC, and that's a small L if it's an L, but they got capitals there. That's why I always think it's HCI, but somebody corrected me and said it was HCl. I mean, get that in your mustache, and then you can enjoy it later too. And I got my Healing for Humanity, my buddy Kerry Mann. We shoot some pool together once in a while, and hopefully I'm going to get him over here to do a cold plunge in my pond. And maybe we could do an outside cold shower. I've been doing that for probably, I think, 4 years now, the Wim Hof method stuff. And that really helps with inflammation as well. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Actually tastes good. You got a lot more salt on the bottom and didn't dissolve in there. A little bit in the glass yet. What a simple way to, I'm always looking for ways too, like in the summer especially, when I go on the road or I'm gonna be working, what can you take with you? I do sardines in the can. I keep them in the truck. You know, the canned salmons and stuff, I put them in a jar and keep them in the refrigerator. But if you take a can along, it doesn't need any refrigeration. All you need is a can opener and a fork, and you got a meal. Now, same thing with eggs. I can go to Quick Trip, buy a dozen eggs, and I don't have to go to any restaurants. I don't have to worry about seed oils, and I can just crack an egg and basically I can drink it right out of the shell. So you don't even need nothing else, and you got a quick meal with amazing nutrition. Maybe not as good with Quick Trip eggs, I don't know. You can get the organic ones and stuff too. So yeah, the power of the proper human diet. Check it out for the documentary. My buddy Homestead Howe, doing amazing work with his YouTube channel. Really inspires me a lot all the time. Guess that's all I can think of right now. Grace and peace. Take care, my friends.